Okay, so a little bit of an update on the Thunderbird. I'm going to show you the windshield washer unit that I just installed, and I installed it. Well, actually installed it a couple weeks ago, but finally got around to testing it today, and I did something wrong. But I got it sorted out anyway. So I'm going to show you all about that. So this is the unit here. And I'll give you the part number. It's from Summit Racing, but it's just some I think it's some Chinese brand or something. So not really sure what to expect long term, but it works so far, and I'm actually happy with it. So anyway, so this is the bottle here, and it worked out really well for me to be able to hook it up directly. So as you can see, I just mounted it down here. There was some old vacuum canisters I had taken out, so it worked really well. I think originally the original one was somewhere here, I think. So, and I actually was able to just hook up the existing water hose, same size fitting, everything, so that was perfect. And then this all was intact here, original, so it just splits off to either spray nozzle, and then from the pump you have two leads. So I'll kind of walk through how this actually hooks up. I just hooked it up the way I kind of assumed it was, but it didn't work. Well, it did work actually, but it worked the wrong way. So, and then I talked to my dad, and he was able to show me what I did wrong, and I sorted that out. So for my I'm gonna do a separate video on this, but for my heating system, I ran a 15 amp fused wire into the cab, and that's what I connected off. So it's straight to the battery, but with a fuse. And so initially I had just ground. So the red wire is hot for the pump, and the instructions were very vague, but I think it was on the pump, I believe. It had a plus and minus labeled. So anyways, but so the red wire is hot and the blue wire is ground. So initially I had ground it to the frame. Then I had run the hot wire. Now it doesn't come with much wire, so you'll have to use some of your own wire. So, and it's a cheaper, that's a new word, a cheaper thin wire. And so I just connected with some 18 gauge, I think, or 16 gauge. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but it was like a sometimes cheap wires will have less copper inside. So anyways, this is type of wire I ran. I mean, you could maybe be a little thinner. It didn't specify anywhere on the package. Like I said, the packaging was very vague and not very helpful, especially for someone like me who's pretty novice when it comes to electrical wiring. So if you can see under here, right in there, those some old vacuum lines there that I had disconnected. So I ran my hot wire through there, and then just ran it up into the dash. And I know somebody out there might make fun of me for the way I did it, but hey, I don't really care. It works. But anyway, so I secured it up here, ran it back here, and this is the push button switch that the pump comes with. It did not come with any spade terminals or anything, so I had to buy those separately. And so initially what I had done is, you see this red wire, and it connects to this orange wire because it was a little too short at the time. I kind of forget exactly how it was, but basically what I did wrong is I thought that I knew I had to run a hot to it, but then I thought, well, the other side must be a ground. And so that did work, but the problem is that just bypassed the switch. So as soon as I put the fuse in, the pump turned on. And so obviously I was like, okay, that's wrong. So then I asked my dad, and what I had done wrong is a switch like this is actually supposed to act as the connection for the hot. So basically what needs to happen here is the hot coming from the pump will come to one side, at the back there's 2 spade terminals that go in. So the one wire coming from the pump will come to the hot, and then like I showed you, the ground can just ground really anywhere. So I just ground it to the body there. But then, so then for the other side, the correct way, so this white wire there is the fused 50 amp that I showed you. Now that's running to power my heater fan. So what I did is I just spliced off of that, and then, you know, so it's coming hot. One splice goes to the control here, and then I spliced in the other one goes to the other side of here. So essentially what I'm doing is, you know, I'm harvesting my hot off of the the one for the heater, and then splitting it off. So what happens is when I push the button, it connects that wire. Well, it connects the circuit going to my washer pump. Anyways, hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, initially what I had done is I had ground it in the cab, and then ground this one here. I ground the other side of the button to here, so it would come on as soon as you power up the battery. So anyway, so that's not how you do it, but this is how you do it. So you know, depending on your situation, you may have a little bit of a different application. Now you could run this also to a key on source. So to do that, you'd have to find out, you know, a free wire or a wire you can tap into that comes live when the ignition's on the on position. I decided not to do that just because I didn't really want to mess with the original wiring, because, you know, if I just didn't really feel comfortable with that for some reason. But then I also already had a fused hot coming right from the battery, so it was right there, and as you can see, it worked out well. I was able to mount both of these right in the same area. So, but anyway, so that's how it works. Now, where the battery's connected, so I'm live. So I'll just show you how this works. So, yeah. So it's pretty simple. It just pumps, and it sprays pretty hard. I don't know if that's harder than the factory or not. And if I remember correctly, I can't find the instructions it came with. I must have lost them or something. But I think it said not to run like your standard washer fluid. It said just to put water in. Now I may have been reading that from another aftermarket one, but at any rate, I figured, well, just to be safe, I'll just put water in, and I'll just make sure to empty it before winter comes again, basically. And, you know, I don't really plan to be using it a lot, but I'm pretty sure I would need it to pass insurance inspection. So that's what I did. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to point out, but I think that's about it. I'll do a video later on when I get the car fired up for the year. I need to make sure the wipers themselves actually work and stuff like that. But at least I got the washer pump out of the way. So yeah, it's a pretty slick setup. Sorry if my hand was in front of the camera there. But yeah, I'm happy with it. And it's just a universal kit, so you'll have to kind of adapt it as needed. And it does come also with more fittings, but like I say, it's a very, very vague instruction. So it actually comes with hoses and little mountable spray nozzles. So if you don't have any of the existing stuff, this actually should also work for you. So it's very universal, simple. So especially if you have a little bit of wiring experience, but even if not, it's that simple. So basically, just screw your ground into a frame source, or really wherever. I mean, you could run it kind of wherever you want, as long as it grounds out. You will have to put on spade terminals. It doesn't come with that, so match your 6 gauge. Here's a plug for my video. I did a video a couple weeks ago with basically going over how to do spade terminals and stuff like that, and how to connect them and stuff. So hopefully that'll be helpful. If you have any questions, you know, put them in the comments and I can make another video actually like showing more specifics on that. But anyways, so yeah, that hooks up there, and then basically all you got to do is run your hot to a battery source or to an ignition source, and that's about it. So I'm just gonna read off the part number to you guys here. So yeah, washer pump. I lost my receipt somehow, which is odd, but because I never do that. But anyways, from what I can tell, would be the part number here. This is what was on the order slip email that they sent me. So that should be the part number from Summit Racing is where I ordered it, and it was $24.39 US. So yeah, pretty happy with it. It's kind of cool, kind of retro, but it's just very simple. But yeah, like I said, it's just I think it was made in China if I remember correctly. So, but I figured as long as it works to pass the inspection, I'll be happy with that. I mean, it was pretty cheap, and on their website, on Summit's website, this was the only one I think that was actually like the whole system. There was a lot of ones that was like a pump or whatever, but this one was like the whole system. It came with the bottle. The pump's already attached. You know, you just got to wire it in and hook up your hose. And like I said, it also comes with some hose too. So yeah, I think it's going to work out well for a lot of people. So anyways, hope that was helpful. And if you're new here to my channel, just appreciate it if you subscribe and comment on the videos, and any feedback you have or questions will always be helpful and welcomed. So thanks.